Yeah. You know what to do, people. Heart, like, share with your cousins. You know how you do this. Subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the channel. This is, we dropping this stuff like daily, man. We on fire over here. So I always do this. This is the funniest part. Errol, tell us who's here. Who do we got with us today?
This is Errol, agent here with Keller Williams for the past 10 years, Mike. I don't know.
10 years ago. It's been 10 years?
Maybe more.
I got to think about that.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah, no, it's probably been about, because we opened in 2012 and probably 2016. Yeah, it's probably been 10 years. 10 years flies.
Yeah, probably.
When you're having fun, man.
It's been good. It's been
a good ride so far. Good journey, right?
Good ride. And I'm looking to do greater things down there.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny. I remember it had to be at least 10 years now. It feels like longer, though. You almost feel like family, Errol. Seriously. You know,
after 10 years.
After 10 years, you know, you're like, my uncle. What is one thing people should know about you, Errol?
Well,
a little bit about your history, your background, who you are. Tell us something.
Well, I got into this business because it was something that I really love.
Yeah.
I started in 1998.
Wow.
And then I was working in the hospital. That was, you know.
Dual career.
Yeah. And I remember 5 o'clock, I rushed out to that place.
To go to the office.
To go to the real estate office, you know? And
so wait a minute. Our dual career people, you hear that? At 5 o'clock, he left there and ran to the next office. And I think that's important because you took that seriously.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was there until late at night. I used to close the office.
Yeah.
You know, and Saturdays and Sundays.
That's right.
I was there.
You were there.
You know? So it was something that it was a passion of mine.
Absolutely.
And in 2012, I left the hospital. I figured, listen, with everything aligned, I was able to do this on a full-time basis.
That's awesome.
I haven't looked back since.
Since 2012, you haven't looked back. What's that, 14 years? Wow. So wait a minute. Were your kids, both kids around by then? Yeah, I was like, yeah.
But at that time, we had moved to
Rockland
County, and I didn't have that big expense with private school here.
That's right.
To Rockland, you know, they were in the public school system, which was, Mike has done very well.
You always rant and rave about Clarkstown schools.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael.
Yes.
You always talk extremely well about Clarkstown School, and your son was even in this really unique program where when he graduated college, high school, he already had an associate degree. He's now a junior at Plattsburgh University. So Harrison County School District, maybe you can start to implement something like this, you know, because I'd love for my son to have an associate's degree. By the time he graduates high school, it would cut down on what I'm saving in the 529B plan right now.
If you're prepared to pay some more taxes, probably.
Pay some more taxes for that. That's right. So, they said, sure, Michael, no problem. We're just going to raise your taxes. Oh,
yeah,
man.
But it was good. And again, my daughters graduated Howard University.
What?
So,
congratulations. Howard University.
Howard University.
HBCU.
Yeah. You know?
Wait, what? Wait, who pushed? Who was the push behind that? Was it you or your wife?
Well, I don't know. I think she won. Her first choice was Syracuse.
Oh, really?
And they waitlisted her. So I said, listen, man, just keep moving.
That's right. That's right.
Howard University, accepted her, and So we said, let's go.
Yeah,
and,
man.
She did it.
That's a big school.
It's huge, and they pushed them to the limit.
Yeah.
I'm one of her roommates in the early days when she just got there in her freshman year. Got a full ride scholarship. Smart girl, but it was just not the place for her. And at the end of the semester, she went back home.
Right.
It's a tough place.
It's a tough place too.
They push you, and I can understand why. Because that's the real world. Out in the real world, nobody's gonna,
they're gonna baby you. It'll be okay. You can wake up late and go to class later.
So I understand. It's a tough. So came home for 2 weeks, get some rest and party, and now she's back in DC.
She's back in DC. So you think she's gonna stay in DC?
Well, she gets a job there.
I hope she stays in DC as well, because that means he will have a rent payment, and when he has an extra rent payment, his performance goes through the roof. So stay in DC, don't come back, and he'll have rent payment, and his business will double just because of that extra expense.
Well, let's see.
You know, whatever motivates him, right? But Errol, why real estate? I mean, you're a talented young man. You know, I imagine when you first got into this business, you could have been doing anything. Why this?
You know, the pleasure I get. You know, Mike. I remember one of the first houses that I sold. I met this young woman. She said, Errol, I want a house because my mom, she had 13 of us. That's what she told me, seriously. You know, and I want to have 13 kids too. So I need a house.
I need a big house.
I need a big house. You know, I'm serious. You know, that's what she told me. So, you know,
everyone buys a house for a different reason, right?
So, you know, it's apart from the fact that you're nicely compensated, the pleasure you get out of, you know, somebody saying this is where I'm going to live and where I'm going to raise my family.
Yeah,
it really means a lot.
Absolutely.
It touches and the beast it will be touched.
You know what's funny? Just knowing your business, I could see why you're excelling in this business, because I think that probably comes out very authentic to your clients, because all your business is referral.
Yes.
I mean, you get calls all the time. I'll be sitting in the car with you and you get a call and like, yeah, so, you know, time to sell this 40-year-old house that I've been here for, you know, whatever.
You know, I think for me, it's kind of not natural.
Yeah.
People say I'm easy to work with. I'm easy to talk with, you know, and you have to be genuine. In this business, you're not going to get referrals and or even repeat business.
That's right.
If people sense that you're not genuine. Right. You have to be genuine.
And you do not, it's not transactional for you. I mean, I think you even yelled at me one day for not picking up the phone. It's like, pick up the phone, you know? Like,
no, you have to build, this business is based on relationship. You have to build relationship. If you want to succeed in this business, Mike, you have to see it in the long term. Relationship, not just a transaction.
Yeah.
And if you approach it that way, you will succeed.
Yeah. I see you thriving in this. Now, before coming here, you were at another office.
Yeah.
I mean, why Keller? Why here? You could work anywhere.
You know, I wanted to join an office that had a huge footprint. Most offices, as you know, in the Bronx, they are just like mom and pops.
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of business. I was losing business probably because people said, okay, Errol, I'm moving to Texas. I'm moving to Georgia. You know, that was an opportunity I didn't have in some of these smaller offices.
Great point.
Coming to Keller Williams, you know, we have partners all over with referrals and, you know, and it was a continuity of the service that we provide.
That's right. And, you know, it's coming from our ALC meeting today. You had mentioned that most of your sellers end up moving out of the neighborhood or out of New York,
out of state,
right? And still be able to service them with the same level of expertise that you gave.
Absolutely.
It is a big deal. Absolutely. It's a huge deal. What's the biggest surprise so far being in real estate? Like, what are you shocked by? I'm not shocked by a lot of things I see sometimes.
You know, every day there's something new.
Every day there's something new.
Something new, you come across something else. But I honestly, to be say what would shock me, what I'm really disappointed about, to be honest with you, Michael, is how many deals. I feel bad for the seller sometimes because they have these tenants, some real deadbeat tenants really, who for some reason or the other don't want to pay or they don't want to leave. And, you know, it forces a lot of these homeowners into foreclosures.
Into financial.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is something that really bothers me, honestly, you know, because house prices are not affordable for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And in order to make, you know, ends meet, they have to depend on a tenant sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that sometimes these tenants knows that they're being depended on to help pay the mortgage.
They use it as leverage. Absolutely.
And that is,
absolutely.
It is really a sad situation.
It is one of the disheartening parts of the business. When you see that, not all the time, but when you see that happening, it's like, come on.
No, come on.
Like Judge Judy says, you don't like it, just move.
I have a client right now in Brooklyn that I'm trying to sell a property. 8 years. the tenant don't pay a cent. 8 years.
Where could you live?
Just went to
for
court a
8
few
years?
days ago, and it was adjourned until August. This was like the third time, you know. So these are things that really,
8 years.
8 years, 8 years living in somebody's house, not paying. So these are things and these are sort of challenges that we face sometimes because a lot of these sometimes will be taken off the market.
Yeah. Sellers get hurt in a lot of those situations.
Absolutely.
And lose a lot of equity. And then what happens
We're
is
talking about legal fees.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Credit issues.
That's right. Credit issues, legal fees. Yeah, you name it. It starts to add up.
It's hard.
Yeah. It's a shame.
It's New York City.
Yeah. And that's the problem. That's a whole nother podcast we got to talk about. Freaking New York City rent laws. Stupid laws. Man. So the reason you see me looking down, I'm looking at my questions, but I got to word them a certain, I got to try to. So what are you looking forward to when you think about building your business? Like, what gets you excited, especially at this stage in your career, Errol? What gets you excited? What keeps you going in this business?
Mike, as you said, most of my business, but still, even though I've gotten a lot of calls, each call that I get still makes me feel special,
Absolutely.
that somebody really,
Yeah.
because of the service that I provided in the past, somebody remembers it and refer a friend or a family member. That's still, it's like a new feeling each time it happens.
Absolutely. I think in this business, it's easy to get annoyed when your phone's constantly ringing, right? Oh my God, right. But be annoyed when your phone's not ringing.
Listen, when my phone is not ringing, I get
nervous.
I get nervous.
You check to see if it's
I check
working.
and see if it's, did I not pay my bill?
Is the power on?
No.
But you're right. If the phone's not ringing, I get nervous too.
I get nervous.
So one weekend, I think I didn't get an email, and I was like, "Is my email working?"
Yeah, absolutely.
It's weird. Absolutely. I don't even think I had any junk mail that day.
When my phone rings, it's like music to my ears.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's something I think
if it doesn't ring, it's a sign of no business.
Yeah. Also a sign that no one's thinking of you.
Yeah, absolutely. So
right?
When my phone rings,
whether it be your kids, your wife, right? And like not just like people are thinking of you in good ways.
Listen.
No one's thinking of you in a bad way and then calls you.
No.
Bill collectors, but I think we're all past that in our, What's starting to click for you now? Like what that you do now that, when you think about it 5 years ago, it was like, oh my God, this is so hard. And now it's just like second nature for you.
Well, you know what, Mike, I would even go back a little bit further. When I started, there were times when I questioned myself and said, is this the right thing? Because, as I said, coming from the hospital, every 2 weeks there was guaranteed paycheck.
That's right.
In my account. But in this business, as I always tell a lot of agents, your last paycheck is the last deal that you close. So, sometimes and it's human nature, you question, was this the right move for me, to give up
something that was
something guaranteed for something
that's right.
That you'll have to go there.
You went to school for this,
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So but as time goes by, and you become more established, and you get referrals, and your business is growing. Listen, sometimes I said I should have done this maybe 20 years ago.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, Errol. Yes. You're the type of man that I know that, if you bet on yourself, you're going to win. You're not going to bet on yourself and then do the activities that will lead you to win.
And it's something that I always tell young agents and some of my friends. I say, listen, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out in this business. If you decide that this is what you want to do, all in, lock the door and throw away the keys.
That's right.
That's what you have to do.
You got to paint over the doorway. How they do it.
Because as long as, that exit is open, you're going to run to it the first challenge. And
we see it happen all the time. I was on a podcast earlier today, and one of the questions asked was, what are the signs that you know that this agent has it? And sometimes you think they have it, but what I realize, it's really the longevity, the grit. Can you do it for 30, 60, 90, 120 days? and still have a smile on your face.
No, it's hard. It's hard.
Right.
You know. But
Right.
again, if this is something that you want to do, when you look around, you see a lot of agents who did it.
Yeah.
Why not you?
You know what's funny? You say that you have that mentality. That's what got me in. That's what got me here. And coming into Westchester, I knew that people were living a good life selling real estate.
Absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
a really good life. And I was like,
Absolutely.
I could do that.
Something, and again, what even motivates more, something that you love. It's a passion.
I love talking to people.
Listen,
I love meeting people.
Listen.
Not to say that real estate is talking to people, meeting people, but that's a large aspect of what we do.
Absolutely.
Communication and meeting new people.
I worked in the hospital for many years, Mike, and I didn't like. You know, I didn't like it. When I started, I liked it. But after a while, Mike,
that novelty wears off.
Yes, and as you grow, you move into management,
Yeah.
positions and all that. The stress level also rises. So I tell people I used to get calls like 6:30. I'm home getting ready for the day, and sometime before I leave the house, I get like 3 calls. Errol, I'm sick. I'm not coming in today. So my stress level
rises before you even stepped into the...
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So but again, as I said, doing something that you really like makes you want to get up in the morning and
and go get it.
And go get it.
Go
It's
get
out
it.
there.
Go get it.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I tell you, that's what gets me going. Look, there are days where I'm like, I think I just want to stay home. Then I think about what would get done if I stayed home. And I'd be one step closer or one step further away from where I need to go. I know that this is a vehicle to help me get there. And I know that there are people depending on me, waiting for me to show up today. Right? And on that last podcast we was with earlier today, we know 80% of this is showing up. Show up. And show up not just for you, but show up for your client, show up for your family. I was saying this to someone the other day. I get super excited about the opportunity to impress my kids and my wife.
Absolutely.
Right? Like that's what I live for. Like impress them. But what impressed them? Me rocking out at work, right? Like I can't impress them sitting at home watching TV and being on an Xbox. I got to go out there and get it.
Absolutely.
And in fact, yesterday my son said something to me, and I wanted to throw him down the stairs, but I get where he was coming from. He's like, one of his friends is going somewhere, and her mom has a new boyfriend who's rich, and they're gonna take him to the mall. Something that kids would say, right?
Yeah.
13-year-olds. And I looked at him, and he says, "Dad, I wish you were rich." And I looked at him, and I was like, "You and me both." I mean, but for different reasons, First, you would have your own bathroom if I was rich, and you wouldn't be walking in here right now, right? But being financially straight, in position is not for jumbo jets, and it's to make sure that your legacy can live longer than you.
And you know what keep me grounded sometimes, Mike? It's sometimes you have to be grateful.
Yeah.
Be grateful and look at where you're coming from. Yes. To where you're at. This might not be where we're at, might not be the destination, Mike, but from where we're coming, it's quite an upgrade.
Errol, I tell people all the time, I am living the dream. If you would have met me, my people that I went to Brooklyn Tech with and I grew up with, you know what I'm talking about. If you would have met me 25 years ago, and my family, they were amazing. They did the best that they could with what they had, Under the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But we grew up in the crack epidemic of Brooklyn, 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. And I planted a plant in my front yard yesterday. And my wife yelled at me. She was like, "Did you plant it correctly?" I'm thinking to myself, like, man, my ancestors in Brooklyn would be rolling over in their graves, Now I'm in a house, I'm kidding, but I am living the dream, Errol.
Absolutely, Mike. Listen, man, there's so much to be grateful for.
There's so much. There's so much more to accomplish.
And there's so much.
But I'm very grateful for where I am.
We will get there. We will get there with determination and planning.
That's right. I would say the first part that you said is determination. I think that's what got you where you are today. You are one determined soul. When we say in bold, there's no circumstance, no fate that can hinder or control the destiny, or I'm probably saying it wrong, of a determined soul. And I think that's why I like being in your presence. You know, I was talking on the podcast earlier today. The guy was like, be in the presence of greatness. When you're around people who are determined, you become determined too. And I know, like, you grew up Bronx, you know, urban, and like we wanted more, and we're determined to get more. And get is relative. It's not about getting jewelry or things. It's about like creating stability for our family.
And it's
so
not
that
here for anybody who wants it. You know, the opportunities, it's unlimited.
Yeah.
Just put the work in and
that's it.
You'll get there.
So Errol, to wrap up, what's the next 30 days look like for you? What are we sinking our teeth into the next 30 days?
Well,
what are you gonna be working on?
Hopefully get some bigger listings.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all about listing in this business. You know, listing is.
I love it. When you talk to realtors, like, what are you working on next day? Get more listings.
Listing is the lifeblood of this business.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's what I'm hoping. I'm going out there, you know, doing what I do and make it happen.
Yep. Well, I wish you nothing but success in that journey. And for the next 30 days, I am looking forward to my family vacation.
Okay.
July 4th weekend. We are out of here. We're going to LBI. And we were talking about it last hour, actually this weekend with the other family we go away with. And no one wants to sit on the Turnpike or the Garden State on 4th of July in the sun. So we are leaving at like 5 in the morning.
Okay.
These are two determined families that are going to have fun on their 4th of July family vacation, right? But I enjoy this time that I had with you today, Errol. We get you back in here for another session, and thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, heart, lots of hearts. Comment on, do you want to get into real estate? Is this a journey that you thought about and just didn't see yourself in it? Look, you're looking at two guys that didn't see themselves in it either, and we're thriving in it. And we can help you.
Mike, closing, I must say, it can be a life-changing experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With determination and ethics.
It's ethics.
Yes.
We should have said that earlier.
Yes.
We should have led with ethics because, I think you and I would not still be in this business today if we didn't have a ton of ethics.
Yes, absolutely.
20 plus years. If we
Without
look
that,
at your MLS number, it's a 4-digit number, right?
4.
That's just what's with here. But it's mostly because your longevity is due to your ethics.
Yeah, and again, in this business here, if you don't do the right thing, you're not gonna do well.
That the bad stories travel further than the good stories.
Mm-hmm.
And with social media today, it's easy to get a bad name than it is to get a good name.
Absolutely.
So you got to be very careful, my people out there. So that's it.
All right.
I'll see you in the next session. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Errol, my man.
All right.